Most people do not like to admit defeat when they invest their money in something and later on that investment showing a loss on their investment statement. However, sometimes you can take a bad situation and turn it to your advantage. And that's what tax loss harvesting is all about. At its core, tax loss harvesting is about selling investments that are showing a tax loss and using those losses to offset some of the gains you may have from your other investments throughout the year. There's a couple things to really consider when it comes to tax loss harvesting. First, timing is really everything. A really important thing is making sure that you get all sells in before the end of the year. I think equally as important is different market cycles happen at different times, and sometimes you will be able to trigger losses earlier on in the year. So it's really important that you or if your advisor is taking a look at your investment portfolio and trying to take advantage of tax losses when they become available. Another important thing is even after you trigger losses is keeping track of them. Some people have the ability to trigger tax losses that are in excess of their gains for the year, and they get to carry forward those losses. It's good if you or your advisor is aware of what losses you may have from historic sells and using those losses to offset gains in future tax years. It can really help create flexibility for your investment portfolio when you're thinking about shifting out of investments that may have a big gain. I think a final thing that goes along with tax loss harvesting is being aware of when you can buy back investments that you've already sold. There's something that's called the wash sale rules that's really critical to be aware of because if you buy back investments earlier than 30 days after you sell them, you can mitigate the losses that you triggered. And so there can be a lot of moving parts that go along with tax loss harvesting, but it's really important that you, your financial advisor, and your tax professional are all in close communication before the end of the year to make sure you take advantage of any opportunities you may have.